Let's make a chocolate and coffee slice. So we're as thick as 3 fingers. Throw the egg yolks into a bowl. Add regular sugar and 1 vanilla sugar. Turn on the mixer, and you can comment that I'm crazy because eggs, sugar, and electricity are expensive as hell. I'll send you for a Tatranka or to hell. And in the meantime, the yolk cream is ready. Right after that, pour the egg whites into a clean bowl and let them whip into a foam. You might wonder why there's no pinch of salt. We'll get to that. I had Mrs. Colombo transfer the cream into a wider and shallower dish. It's easier to see in the video and much harder to mix. Add plain flour to the yolk cream and mix it thoroughly. When the lady was whipping the egg whites, I remarked that a pinch of salt should be added. She replied that she has been whipping it without salt her whole life. I asked if I could add the salt myself. To that, she posed a rhetorical question about how videos would be narrated without front teeth. So you mix the egg whites whipped without salt into the cream. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper and spread half of the batter to the edges. Add Dutch cocoa to the remaining half of the batter and mix it thoroughly. And you also put this batter on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and spread it to the edges. Bake at 180 degrees with a fan for about 10 minutes, depending on your oven. When you think it's done, take the sheets out and let them cool. While the sponge cake is baking, whip up the cream. In a bowl, put 3 mascarpone and pour in high-octane cream. Add powdered sugar and ideally with an electric mixer. Whip it into a smooth cream. Transfer half of the whipped cream into another bowl. For the coffee version, add instant and finely ground coffee. And with a spatula or whisk, mix in the coffee. For the cocoa version, quite surprisingly, add Dutch cocoa and mix it in as well. There are people who cut the sponge cake with a knife. My wife cuts it with kitchen poultry scissors. And then you just alternate between the light and dark sponge cake and spread it with the prepared cream. Just slap it on, hodgepodge. The amount of cream you use to spread it. You need to have a bit of an eye for it, so you have some left for the final touch. In the end, you trim it so the sides align. And also for the reason that the cake should set in the fridge for at least 4 hours. But you can eat the trimmed edges with milk right away. Finally, make lines with a fork and ideally let it chill overnight. When you serve it, you can dust it with cocoa. It looks a bit better. Or add freshly sliced fruit. And if anyone wants to ask why I keep adding the green stuff, in this case mint, it's because red, blue, or black herbs don't really grow. See ya.